Díomh Hranóna a chuirde tá fáilte roimh go Leavingcertirish.com tá bronnarm gulm beag an déanaach ar maidnach bhí cúpla faibe gom leis an technoliacht seo mar a Harlíonn sa gcónaí nó bhíonn tú bio ach tá fáilte roimh tá súla gom cuilte bh da na sláinte agus mar scanách bé míad ag díúisteach ar ábhar eile ar maidin bunathe ar an gcúrsa ordavéil agus an rud a bheith a dhéanamh goin ar maidin ná an Triail. So tá fáilte roimh rís tá súla gom go gacro go má tá aon question agah. If you've got any questions down at the bottom of the window there, you'll see that if you go portrait, if you're on an iPhone or an iPad, you'll be able to send in any questions that you have. Má tá aon cheiste agat seol isteach é. August, just again, I always do this quick technical check. Can everyone hear me okay? Just send me a quick message. Let me know that you can receive all of this. It's all coming through okay. Just Inishtum call to our madden. Where are you? Can content will to Tom Sitche Satoloch Gunten Chlor August Suladia Karoid my live re an Chachta shop. So on Téama no an cuasa a bheith a dhéanamh ní an cuasa ach an ceachta bheith a dhéanamh goin mar ná an Triail agus tá prostext breise agsúla a dhéanamh ag dína. Various different people do different texts. I cover on Triail because I think it has as many applicable, I suppose, lessons in life today as it did when it was written, if not even more. And so we're going to go through sort of cooler on drama, the background of the drama, and we're going to take a look at some key terminology associated with Téama on drama. Now, on Triail is very extensive. There's a lot to it. Tomorrow I hope to go through Pádraic McCarthy, my character, and you know, we can't cover every single thing here. We've so much to try and cover over the next couple of weeks and months. We can't cover every single thing. So there is the option for people to go in and buy the course, the subscriber course, which is going to cost you less than €1 a day for the next whatever 2.5 months more. Possibly you can purchase our course if you wish, and you can click there in the new premium revision course and have a look at what's there. There's currently 6 essays in there as well, which you can start working on. We've covered 3 of them in the live classes, so they're free to everyone to have a look at. There's free course launch notes for anyone who takes a look at the preview. But there's another 3 essays, detailed essays in there right now, and there's a further 8 that I'll be covering over the next couple of months as well. So there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of different messages coming in from people. I'm trying to respond to them as best I can, as quickly as I can. But as you appreciate, there's a lot happening. So, Lana me the right, Leshin Gak Fain. So on rud a bheith a dhéanamh goin ná an Triail. So cúpla ceiste gom an seo an céad rud ná sort cad é téama an drama show. What is the theme of this drama? Now, not sure why the chat is not coming up for me. So maybe there's an issue there with that. I better maybe check in another machine. If you just give me a second here. Just want to make sure that I can get the chat, guys, in case there is a problem. Because I have another screen here and I'll be able to take a look at it. So if you just bear with me for 1 second as I do that. So there's some issue just with the chat that I have on my window, so we'll just forget about that, but I can see the chat on another window now, so hopefully that'll work. Don't know, there's just some small technical issues. Tara's a question, should I include a bit about the coronavirus and course launch test, or is it okay to leave it out completely? Very, very good question, Tara, actually, because an awful lot of people are sending me in things about, oh, is coronavirus now a certainty? The papers would have been printed last, November, December. The paper would have been set back in that time, and it's very unlikely that you would have something like, for example, on coronavirus as a title. It's just not going to happen. But there could be something related to the health service or an international issue that we should all be concerned about. That kind of a general title always comes up. Well, not always comes up, but very often comes up. It's the kind of thing that we normally see. Okay, we'll crack on here. So, Cad Téama an Drama Show. Well, I'm going to ask you to try and engage a little bit here more at the chat, just to keep this class a bit more lively. Idokal Fain, in your own words, what would you say is Téama an Drama? If I was to ask you. Tuair Fáhanna, give reasons as well if you could. Agus, Piocamach and Ashnish, what's the evidence? What is the data, if you like, that you're basing this on? So, Cad Téama an Drama, what do you think the theme of this drama is? Various different people have different views. I have a very clear view on what I believe it to be, and we'll look at that now in a moment. So just wait and see in the chat, what do people come up with. And then another kind of issue is the characters. Can you list out characters? Do you know who they are? Céhídna character is Tábhachtaí. Who would you say Idohurim is the most important character? So who do you think is the most important character? Again, I have my opinion. You'll probably have your own too. Agus cén sort difriochtaí atá idir an saoil éireann sa bhliain 1960 sa cara agus inis. So what kind of differences do we see in life in Ireland from 1964 and now? And could you give some examples of that? Okay. All right. So we'll rock on here and take a look at some important information. Arisht, for anyone who hasn't been in here before, you need to write down key terminology as I go through it. Anything I highlight is obviously important, and you should have a pen and paper beside you. Again, for those who are in the subscriber list, you got your notes this morning, you'll be able to take a look at them. Okay. All right, so Comparadi, comparisons between life in 1964 agus an saoil and life now. Well, tá an Triail Lonatha, it's based in the year 1964. Seo Alanis, here are a couple of Comparadi, tá right Comparadi. Idir an saoil míle ge seasamh carsan an taine hís is fiche. So, an ráta tarthúlachta, the rate of tarthúlacht is fertility. So the fertility rate was 4.01 in 1964, compared to 2.01 in 2012. So bhí ráta tarthúlachta difriúil ann ag an am. Lín na mreithena, the number of births taobh away den fósa, trocha faoin géad I gabhí sa dóiag. So in 2012, the number of births was 30%, a huge difference. A number of births outside of marriage, I say, was 30%. As the manó bhí a gobber from the number of women who were working in 1964, bhí níos lú ná deafin géad posta. So 1964, less than 10% of women who were working were married. I gumparad linn níos mó na 60 faoin géad inniu sa lá tainniu bhain. Compared to 60% today. Ma bhí tú a gobber, if you're working for the state in the 60s, you had to retire from your post if you married. Now, that's something a lot of you wouldn't know. The Vór Imrica, an account of emigration, bhí gá irid fear faoin tuad. There was twice as many men in the countryside. I gumparad, that should be a gumparad MP, le manó in Éireann compared to women in Ireland in 1964. Agus sa bhliain 1990, for example, Garapinos Cuig Euro in Virgin Megastore, which is not there any longer, I don't think. In 1990, the Virgin Megastore, which sold CDs and this and whatever, they were fined £500 in Dublin due to the fact that they sold condoms, Quishkini. Agus bhliain 1990, like less than 10 years later, cá rialtas na hÉireann lá bhiliún, they spent $500,000 ar achtas margíochta Quishkini on a fachtas is a campaign, margíochta is marketing, so on a condom marketing campaign. So what an incredible difference. Tevistig the trocha number shinta within 30 years, a phenomenal change in the way that society operated. Okay, so here's something that a lot of people don't know. Cúla and drama, the background of the drama, ó haibh ní gráda from Mairead ní gráda's perspective. So, ba í an scríb, but Ian Scribner Moradni grad a common drama no an Triail. So various different people use different phrases like a com no scrib, so whichever one to go, composer wrote the drama on Triail. This is an important point. Vichy Gomor fui Junker an Scribnora Bertolt Brecht. So she was very much influenced by the German playwright from the early 20th century, Bertolt Brecht. Humshi an Triail is Stil Brecht. So there's two things a lot of people aren't aware of. She was actually following a style associated with another playwright. So a few things here about Brecht, and you'll pick up and you'll notice quite a lot of information here that you can understand when you see it in this analysis. So Bohoshili, he was a socialist. You could say about her Bohoshili E. Agus creidse go machor de chursi dramiachta a bheith révlódach. He believed that drama should be revolutionary. Agus go gohofi disport, and that debate would be supported, if you like, that debate would be encouraged. Derber sé arclaníocht epicul. So he developed this kind of epic theatre. A chur béim na ceachtainna that emphasized the lessons to be learned on dramiacht from drama. Sprag Brecht an Lochfekena, he encouraged them, he motivated them to dien vachnav ienov, to deeply reflect, dien vachnav ienov, so to do deep reflection, over lilin on drama, on a topic during the drama. In in ordinary dramas or normal dramas, if you like, Dana na hashtoi kova avuskal selok fekena, right? So they try to engender or create some kind of empathy with the audience, right? So that's what the regular style of drama is. But the technique shown, this technique, nil tova kurha na character. There's no importance placed upon the characters. Tug der tus auta the over na disporte. So I suppose pride of place or primacy is given to the over na disporte. So the one most important thing is the subject, the issue of the debate. A tá crutha sa drama that's created in the drama. So it's on tover atá níos tábhtaí ná na character. The topic itself is more important than the characters. The Aska seo, on account of this, when Brecht úsáid a stereotype chun scéal maráta in ancient. So he availed or made use of stereotypes to tell a moral story. The na drama a scríb Brecht leagamacht, the dramas that Brecht wrote, were laid out le galore rar gara agus nart character. So there was lots of short, snappy scenes, and there were plenty of characters. So as part of technique, we'll be looking at that another day. So lots of short scenes and plenty of characters. Fleig sé an Keshan Social to Rahe. He discussed a lot of contemporary social issues or matters in a quid drama egonia always. Agus turfa fui daras drama, one will notice in the drama on Triail, Gwil an to the Moradni grada dealish dideolicht Brecht. So she's loyal to his ideology, so his way of thinking, his way of doing things. So again, that's a kind of a background a lot of people might not be entirely familiar with. And I thought it was, it's something I always cover in my own classes, so I thought it was something that you might be interested in just understanding before we get into a couple of points about Téama and drama. So Kate is saying, Fimi nocht matter le gach character, yeah, hypocrisy about every character. Fimi nocht agus canaltas, yeah, hypocrisy and kindness or lack of kindness, good. Vi gach character ag shena ein ragracht, yeah, everyone's trying to get away from any responsibility. Kate Grefshid, Christy, yeah. Agus an smacht vi in English Aaron Tucky economic, yeah, very good, Sheila. So the control that the church had at the time. Compradi bridge means comparisons. Okay, All right, so I'll keep cracking on here if I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play an interview with Mairead Ní Ghráda that quite a lot of you probably have never heard. So if we just take a look here, Mairead Ní Ghráda was an incredible person, and there's a short clip, just 2 minutes long, two and a bit long, nearly 3 minutes long to Bronner. Most of you have never even connected with her, possibly, and never heard her. I don't know has anyone ever heard this, but let's just play this and you can listen to what she has to say. Tá seo spéirle ach gnám céine tá fólam an a hábhtocht le fáil ar fáil an rud seo. So, Rylan.
I joined the staff just a year later.
In what capacity?
My rank was that of woman organizer.
Well, it sounds formidable.
It
what
does,
does it
yes. I was in charge of the programs for children and for women.
You had to create programs for children and women?
Yes, I started the Children's Hour. And though I say it who shouldn't, it was an excellent Children's Hour. And one of the reasons was that I had extremely good people to help. The thing was new. You see, it was a new toy, and it was exciting and fresh, and everybody wanted to get in. And I had people like F.J. McCormick, Eileen Crowe, Maureen Delaney, Sarah Allgood, and people like that, willing and anxious to participate.
What a lovely time.
It was a very good time indeed in that way. They didn't do it for money, they did it well for love. And it was great fun because when I joined the staff, I wasn't warned by anybody of the existence of copyright. I knew vaguely that copyright existed in the written word, but nobody had told me that it existed also in the spoken word. So I went ahead gaily and I broadcast everything that came to hand, and though I say we shouldn't, I had a very, very good Children's Hour indeed.
Well, I think occasionally walk into situations which were slightly beyond your control. There was a certain actress manager of this town, wasn't
Yes, well, we had no reader of plays, you see, we had only the director. And what usually happened with regard to plays was that somebody who was a producer and fancied himself or herself as a producer came along with the script and got a booking. Then it was left to the producer to engage the cast and to take complete responsibility for the program. The fees paid were usually so low that if the producer paid his cast, he was out of pocket, so he usually assembled his cast from his friends and relations and pupils. And as I said, the play was rarely read in advance and certainly never rehearsed. But on one occasion, this lady, who was very well known in theatrical circles at the time, came along to the director with a script of a play. It was written in pencil in a couple of copybooks, and he read it and he said, "Oh, really, this is a damn fine play, I'm going to put it on." So he gave the lady an engagement, and the play duly was broadcast on a Sunday evening. I was announcing that evening, and the play was on the air for about 5 minutes when the telephone rang, and a rather cultured male voice said to me, "Are you the announcer on duty?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "What did you say the title of that play was?" I said, "So-and-so." And he said, "Who did you say the author was?" I said, "Madam, so-and-so." And he said, "Permit me to tell you that the title of that play happens to be Escape, and that the author is John Galsworthy." But we got away with it,
Well, you were lucky.
Okay, so sin Mairead Ní Ghráda I féin kind agus you know, it's lovely to actually connect with the playwright, because for most people they've never, as I say, had anything to do with her, never came across anything that she did or said other than the drama itself. Hopefully everyone is able to hear everything okay here. We're going to crack on now to the next little bit, and there's some important stuff I'm about to cover here. So let's just look here at the term Fiminach, because I suppose the most common error that I see with an Triail, and there's a bit of grammar associated with this as well, the most common error that I see is this particular term. So Fiminach, what is it? First of all, it's a masculine noun, and it means a hypocrite. So a hypocrite is Fiminach just on its own. Is Fiminach in the case of, let's say, Pádraig McCormick, he is a hypocrite. is féimeanach í, she is a hypocrite. The plural of it, an iver ola, is féimeanach iad galéir. So they're all hypocrites. And if you want to say he or she is portrayed as a hypocrite, léirítar mar imínach é no I. So there's straight away 4 examples of common errors that people make, just saying he's a hypocrite, she's a hypocrite, they're all hypocrites, and he or she is portrayed as a hypocrite. Then it gets mixed up with this term here, féimeanacht, which is hypocrisy. And you need to understand that the term féimeanacht, unlike féimeanach, which is masculine, féimeanacht is feminine. And therefore, when you're writing it, it needs to have a H when it's just not in the Tishaginach. So, feicimid an imínacht, we see the hypocrisy, seo I written drama. And then if you want to talk about something of hypocrisy when it's a Tishaginach, the an needs to change to a, na, and you need to drop the H and add the A, because the Tishaginach singular requires an A at the end. So third declension, three declina. So we see the hypocrisy, or we see this hypocrisy during the drama. Dead simple, doesn't need Tishaginach. But the traits of hypocrisy can be seen. So I don't know how many people here have had an issue with this kind of a term, but you simply can't talk about on Triail without having this information. And just a small little bit extra on this term, because it's so important. A couple other phrases that you can all use. Cé cho féimeanach is a bhí, just how hypocritical they were, as an adjective in this case. Mion an imínig, so that's the attitude or the mindset of a hypocrite. Gníomhaithe, the actions of a hypocrite. Darka na bhímíneach, that's Tishaginach plural, so the viewpoint or the attitude, if you like, of the hypocrites plural. Agus cúis na féimeanach, the cause of the hypocrisy. So there's a lot of good stuff there now that you can review later on, and make sure that you take the time to go back over this and note these terms, because they are absolutely essential. Okay? Alright guys, I have my chat working again in front of me on my normal computer, so hopefully any issues coming through. Hopefully Breeder sound is sorted. You might need to just refresh your browser if there's an issue technically. That normally does it. Okay, alright Lynn, so here's the big stuff today, right? So I've got 3 charts coming up here. There's a huge amount of information here. This is a starting point. You shouldn't attempt any answer on Triail without knowing this information. This is utterly essential, right? So I'll get through as quickly as I can. I want to be finished if I can by about 1:45 to today. Moss Fader, I don't want to hold you too long each day, but it's going to take 4 or 5 minutes to get through each one of these. Inkesh, Shoigistaki. Great stuff, Breed. Anwa. Alright. So, Tigamidon drama show. We understand from this drama, Gwil Maraid ni Grada, that Maraid ni Grada is Igiri, Sochi na Heran, Sna Shaskadi, a Her a Triail. So, we understand from the drama that Maraid ni Grada is trying to put on trial Sochi na Heran. So, I was talking about Era, in Era, and all those things the other day. So, Sochi na Heran, Tishaginach of Era, Sochi na Heran, Irish society. So, we understand from this drama that Maraid is trying to put Irish society in the 60s, Sna Shaskadi, make sure you know that, don't forget it was written 1964, a chur, iad a chur ar Triail, faoin gui ar catha le máthracha singla agus lani torha. Now, 2 essential terms. Máthracha singla, that means single mothers, agus lani torha is illegitimate children. Okay? And again, Merwill on Ola Shoguts, Betu Driblod. Isid on Loch Fechene, it is the audience on Gure sa drama. So the audience are the jury in the drama. Agus Fogderdov, it is left to them. Fogderdov, it is left to them. Na ceisne éagsúla a phlé to discuss the various issues agus cinna a dhéana and to make a decision cinna a dhéana maidir le ciuntacht regarding the guilt nó nabhciuntacht na character or the innocence of the characters. Now be careful, that's not innocence as in being very innocent of mind, that's innocent of a crime. So ciuntacht is guilt, no nabhciuntacht or innocence of the characters. So just very quickly that line again. So it is the audience themselves who are the jury in the drama, and it is left to them to discuss the various issues and to make a decision regarding the guilt or innocence of the characters. I rihan drama, during the drama, is léir gur brisio rialacha na sochaí. So during the drama, it is clear that the rules of the society gur brisio giad. So it is clear that the rules of society were broken. Agus sárítar rialacha bunúsacha moráltachta. That's a big mouthful altogether with an awful lot of vowels that can go wrong, so be careful the spelling. Sárítar rialacha bunúsacha moráltachta. Fundamental, if you like, bunúsach, basic, moral rules are overcome, are surpassed, are avoided, are discarded. So what we're saying here is it's very clear that the rules of the society were broken, but that basic moral rules were also overcome. Tarngítar over anuas. Topics are addressed, if you like. Tarngítar over anuas. So topics or subjects are brought down or brought up. Nakigoni a laurítar fuhu, that are not always spoken about, osord, out loud. No, such as Taggarty, this should be just a regular I, not a father there. Taggarty, the stríopacha, references to prostitutes. Chach and vi chlu, the house of ill repute. So prostitute facility, gin villa, abortion, agus féin varu, and suicide. So these are the kind of topics that were never spoken about at a time. So Taggarty, the stríopacha, Chach and vi chlu, gin villa, agus féin varu. Cuirtar stríopach I láthair nos angle. A prostitute is presented to us as if she's an angel. Agus cuirtar mná credúnacha na sochaí. This is a really key phrase again. And the respectable women of society are presented, or cuirtar I láthair are presented nos curpach, like a criminal. You could have plural of that as well. Nos curpig. It's mícham pórdach an náscail seo. This linkage on náscail seo, it's an uncomfortable thing. Don tochi Ernach for the Irish society at the time. Ishi an cheist is bonúsi, the most fundamental question, most basic question. A chuirtar I láthair sa drama that is presented in the drama is, no, an bhfuil gach aine ciuntach, is everyone guilty, valach in a way, as an bheall a dimmer an tochi vora. So the most fundamental question asked of us, is all of society guilty, as an bheall a dimmer an tochi vora? Now bheall has a couple of different meanings. It can be like treachery, first of all, fill in a bheall or an bhealra, there's a shanachel, a letdown, a failure, a betrayal really is, I suppose, the sense of what this particular drama is. So the most fundamental question that is presented in the drama is everyone guilty in a way for the way in which society played out this kind of treacherous act, the way that society betrayed Mora. No nachwil, or are they not? Cuirtar íochail arin. Now chuirtar íochail are you're demanding of something. So it is demanded of us on Inisha Inucha to examine the evidence. very intently. Agus gan éisteach le finis ar beile, and not to listen to any other evidence. Mar dúirt attorney a hain, éisigi leis an finis, listen to the evidence, agus tugagi vorm ra, and give your judgment during the finis sin amháin, according to that evidence alone. Sprag is to motivate or encourage, by the way, breed. I missed that a second ago. Alright. So, will ein kester sin? Is there any question on that? Is anyone any issues with that? Is there any question that you want to ask? Any phrase that I've gone through too quickly there that you maybe don't know? Feel free to just send it in there in the chat and I'd be happy to answer it. Okay. Is this stuff good for you guys? Just let me know. Is this where you want to be right now? Again, this is Téama and drama as opposed to Annalise or character Eigsula, but are we happy to keep going at this level? I know it's fairly deep stuff, but it should hopefully be adding to what you're looking. Nosco linkage, Laura. Linkage. In Kestella, Shulgi Staki, send them all in and we'll deal with them here now on this before we move off this slide. Hopefully we're hitting the kind of notes that you're looking for as part of these free sessions. By the way, have people seen that Twitter image that's going around of Orosha de Vahawalya? I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's on our FOD. Okay, Intoch. Alright, so Lanime Raig Marshin, mar Willain Keshna, Lanime Raig. So, Kid Quidella. So, Quran Soriter overcomes sorry into Anzli, Kate, so you break the law. So what we're saying is, just go back to it for a second. What we're saying is Soriter Rilacha Banusuka. So basic moral rules are broken, you know. People use the term brister, but it's not exactly what I would use. I'd say sorry gets a far better verb anyway. Okay, Lanime, right. John Esther, I'm not sure what the no is for. Is that no, you've no questions, or is it no, we're not giving you what you want here? Erinqui, Lanime Raig Mas Feder Gidi and Ke Quidella. Currently Grada Kesha Crew if we hail na Heron drama. So the phrase to put, but it's actually pose really. So currently Grada Kesha Crew if we hail na Heron, she poses very hard or tough questions if we hail na Heron drama about Irish life in the drama. Ernoig, of course, cos kunspodach agus tragodach e cos an Colin Oig. So this is a controversial and a tragic situation or case that Maura finds herself in. A Rev Poshikil of Far Posta, who had a child with a married man, Far Posta, Porg McCorrick. Tigami Danish, we understand now, Kecho Dien is a Vian Kursi the Watercha Einer, or Watercha Shingla, if you want to go with that as well. So now we understand just how difficult things are or matters are. The Watercha Einer, so that's lone parents or lone mothers, if you want to go with that. So if you want to avoid just repeating Watercha Shingla the whole time, Watercha Einer. Ag Salat on Yvonne nowadays. Agus Edek Strachot gone far as they're struggling gone far le Carulo without a husband or man to help them. Ach Snashaskadi in the 60s, via Corsi I Wadnis Massa, things were much worse. Agus Nis Dakra Dirach, and more difficult, Dirach Mariaul Yarka Vikarhanach and Fubble, directly on account of the Yarka Vikarhanach and Fubble, sorry, directly on account of the public's uncharitable perspective or viewpoint. So, Dirk Mayaul Yarka Vikarhanach and Fubble Tishkinach of Pubble. It Dave Mahraka in regarding loan payments. Okay, very interesting perspective echo there about the responsibility compared to Murder and Orient Express. Yeah, it's got that kind of undertone about it, all right. Nocht Nigrada in Agalov, Nigrada revealed in an interview Rinne Shield Radio Éireann that she did with RTE, greibh ábhar an drama neadatha ina saolíocht. So the ábhar an drama, the topic or subject of it was neadatha ina saolíocht. Now nead, as you know, means nest. So it was nested in her imagination. In other words, it was something that was generated in her imagination. Ó bhí sin a chalín ó since she was a young girl. Fuair sé amach faoi chalín single. She found out about a young girl, a single girl, a dibriach on a counter who was banished, and the verb is very important here, who was banished on a counter dúchas from her native place. Nuair an nuchtach, when it was revealed, go raibh she ag iompar clinne, that she was pregnant. Okay, go raibh she ag iompar clinne. So she had this idea that, you know, something terrible happened, somebody from her own area, from her own native place, when it was revealed that she became pregnant. Dog sin rian magna riamh. So that left a mark on me, a mark on my mind. An Agor a denach an galín sin. So there's a direct quote that most of you've never seen before. Mother le Mairead ní Gráda I hain. And you can use that quote obviously as part of your answers. Léiríonn she Pádraig MacCorrick sa drama show. She portrays Pádraig MacCorrick in this drama mar gcuine credúnach, as a respectable person, dús at first. Ach, dígur níg, bit by bit, Fainan loch féchan amach, the audience find out, Keiko lehlach agus fimínach is atá sé. So two absolutely essential adjectives here, just how selfish agus fimínach and hypocritical that he is. Shasan and character seo don tuiscint. This character represents the understanding a bhí ag na Gráda féin, that na Gráda herself had, scéal omlán an chalín óig a dibriach, of the whole story of the girl who was banished. So this character represents our understanding that, our na Gráda's understanding of the full story behind the girl who was cast away. Bhí is a gach céine céir bhéir fear. Everyone knew who the man was. Agus níor denach rud biff done bhar, and nothing was done to the man. And that's always an important point to try and get in, if possible. You know, as ní Gráda mar a dar, mar dúirt ní Gráda I hain, níor denach rud done bhar. Nothing was ever done to the man. Sorry, Breed, you get the notes for this. If I just show you here, you get the notes for this on Leavingcertirish.com. Or sorry, there's a link underneath this video, the live stream, courses.leavingcertirish.com. If you come in and you go here to the new Premium Irish course, it's €50. As I say, you can pay for it €15 a month for 4 months, or you can pay €50 straight up, and you can get all the notes, PDF notes, and so much more. That's where our premium revision course is, Bridge. So that's where you get them. So if I just go back to where I was there a second ago, so Vies a gachin Kirvin, for everyone knew who the man was and nothing was ever done to him. So that's a really important point to make somewhere along the line about what ní Gráda herself had to say about this issue. Okay. Now, Scálan 3, Bunher and Téama féin. Capuk eganam, it was thought, or Capu eganam, whichever way you want to say it, nar chorn rian na Christiachta no mochachon a hashbon to water hingle. Now, this term Christiacht, very important. It was thought at the time that it was important not to show, nor chor rian na Christiachta, not to show even a trace, even the slightest mark of Christianity or Christian values, no mohucon or emotion. The Vóher, Hingle, agus Lanavtur, to a single mother and an illegitimate child, or the illegitimate child of a kid. I don't need to go over the whole history of what went on, but it's important that you have the language to describe this to an examiner. Curgale, pretense. Agus féminach lum a bhíán in our era. And this is, I suppose, for me, the one line, if you didn't learn anything else today, you should learn this line because it was all about this. Corrigail pretense, agus fimínacht lum, and just bare hypocrisy. You could say fimínacht lum or nocht if you like, but I prefer lum. I think it's a better phrase here. So this was just bare, raw hypocrisy was what it was in reality. Nor hit an chak anuas when the house fell down on Mora, dahan Seanin an voter recognised an aspect Christiachta. He recognised this lack of Christianity. Keder Gertir Christi Isha. Who says that this is a Christian country, he says. Ervalok, in a way, Dedemish Arab, we could say, Gerchlacht Chumlach and Phobal Christiocht Bregok. In a way, we could say that the entire community practice Gerchlachshid Christiocht Bregok, that they practiced this kind of fake Christianity, if you want to go with that, right? So this kind of fake or false Christianity. Nihuan gur feminig id, not alone, and there's the plural of feminok again, not alone are they hypocrites, ach leriter id mar iminig, they're portrayed as hypocrites. Le tev cruolok, with this harsh side, tev cruolok, agus miena, this harsh, cruel, if you like, inhumane side. Avwina liquid in a character associated with some of the characters. Na manashin ag farart, those women looking at you, agus gone bar mera or order again dinnerco, not one of them even raising so much as a finger, con forehand art to kind of relieve you, to help you, con caru lat. Gone out for sure. Ta chapter lauder, there's a strong message. Sa drama show, madala kursi credit in relation to matters of faith, agus moraltachta and morals. Faimid, so if you could say moral and even religious issues. Faimid amach go gelter, we find out go gelter faibana na tuiha in nurchadas na carrox. This is a nice phrase I kind of put together some time back. We find out the problems of the countryside go gelter id, they are concealed in nurchadas na carrox, in the darkness of the city. Ach, is Corrigail a town in our ear, but it's pretense in reality. Is Corrigail a town? It's total pretense. Nach simul an chachtocht, isn't it an interesting message? Gurbi Molly, that it was Molly, a hashbonen agus a chlachtan, who shows and practices carhanacht. So she's the one who displays charity. Nurvi Mora agus Podragin, when poor old Mora and Podragin were in Umr na Hamleshe, make sure you know that phrase. That means in the depths of despair, in the trough of despondency, if you want to take the direct translation, but when they're really in the depths of despair. Shasa Mali amach mar linner an dochish. Mali stands out as a light of hope, as a ray of hope. Emask na nantoga emask nantoga nasochi. It should actually be emask nantoga nasochi. So there's two nas in there. Take out one of them. Emask nantoga nasochi is what it should be. Amongst the nettles of society. Shishin, that is mano credunacha ar chomalo, the respectable women who couldn't care less. Fui richtanish an chalin oig agus ganara ganedach, about the needs of the young girl without ganara ganedach, as she was destitute. She was just absolutely at the end of her wits. Okay, now guys, Tasha Chak on dynamic con hen. So glach them in le pay question at I'll take any questions you have now. Send them in on the text. I do it to them as there. Lily saying I don't understand structure sentences, where to add adjectives, verbs, and sense, because they're all kind of jumbled up to me. Okay, now forming sentences. Lily, good question actually, because later this week I'm going to be doing some work on just basic, what you're talking about is what we call co-rare, which is syntax, and that's the word order. Okay, now Gaeilge, as you may or may not know, has what we would refer to as a reverse syntax. So where you've got a big man in English. So big is number 1, man is number 2. In Irish that reverses. It's far more. It becomes number 2 and 1. So I'll be going through a bit of a bit of syntax with people just to kind of help you a little bit. Because yes, it is tough to do. It's something you get over time. And hopefully some of these notes and the quality of the notes will help you see how that works. And if I was just take one example as I'm just looking at here on the screen. So if we said something like Linner on Dokish is a good example. Linner is Ray, Dokus is hope. Linner on Dokish. It's like ray of hope. Now that's the same as the English. So it doesn't always change. It doesn't always reverse. But where you've got a noun and an adjective together, it's always in a reverse. So that might just give you one small idea to kind of take away from this. Okay, guys. So, Mata in Keshigrif, if you've got any questions, send them in. I'm happy to take them there now for a couple of minutes. And other than that, we're going to head away for today. Agus Bemi Rash, Arish, Amorok, Igadoya. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Just send in your questions there. Just one little thing. This morning we were profiled in the Irish Times, believe it or not, page 3 of the Irish Times today, so you can check that out and share it with anyone you wish. And also, you may or may not have seen it, but I put up a parody about the Strop Picture and the Irish Olds being cancelled. It's on our YouTube channel. So, Falter wrote Lily. Yes, Emmett, this is all on Téama and drama. And there's a lot of stuff that goes with Téama and drama. This is just one lesson. Ganara Ganeduk, just destitute, without any goods, without any clothes. It's another way of saying destitute, with nothing, left with nothing. So I have just a parody video there. You might take a look at it. It was to lighten the mood, if nothing else, for myself, because there was a lot of people quite upset about the Orals not going ahead, or all that work that went down the drain for a lot of people. But I'd make one key point to you about the oral work. It hasn't all gone down the drain, guys. You're going to have a lot of information in that oral work you'll use in your written, particularly in Capadoric and the composition. So don't think you've wasted your oral preparation. I can assure you, if you've got that fluency that's required, you'll be able to go back and hopefully be able to use it in some way. And just before I leave, I only set it up there about 2 or 3 weeks ago, less maybe. I set up an Instagram account, and I started this morning sending out a reminder on Instagram, so that if anyone isn't aware or forgets that the lesson's taking place, I send it out on Instagram. And also, if you haven't subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification. You should get an email notification. You should get an email notification telling you that we're going live. As I said, Tabronum Grammar Biogan Denach or Madden. Sorry, it was a little bit slow this morning. A little bit late because I had a technical issue. The camera just wasn't working at all. I am back on the camera at some level here. I think. Just don't know what happened this morning. I think I restarted the machine. It just didn't come up right the way it should have done. So, Gurmil Magwiv, again, if you want the notes, if you want to be able to download the notes in advance of the lessons, go to Leavingcertirish.com or click on the link down below here, courses.leavingcertirish.com. There is a free section. That's basically so you can get a look at some of the stuff. It was particularly designed for people around the Strop Picture. That, I like giving all the Strop Picture stuff for free, because it really is what we call Ober and Osel, very difficult work. But you can take a look at what's in there right now. But if you do want the notes, if you want to get everything in advance, and so much more, and all my assistance, if you're in there as a subscriber, there's a chat function. You're able to contact me in the comment section. And also you can actually contact me directly if you're a paying customer by phone or whatnot. So, Sula Dia, Feckmishiv and Morok will be back again tomorrow. Igmanle, make sure you share and like and tell your friends about it. And we'll crack on. Morok will take a look at Porg McCorrick. And we'll take a look at Cain sort Schlimador of Iaun, what kind of a Schlievin he was. So, Slán Gwiv, Mata Einkesh Ella Gwiv, Shoigistaki. You can always send me a question in advance. Admin at Leavingcertirish.com in advance of the session, that is. and I can try and include your issue or do it your issue live if I need to do so. So, Sinead, Gurmagriv, I hope you've enjoyed the session. Agus feic mé gach aine ó marach súla dia. Tógaí go bogé.